rebuilt the ship from the movie Alien. If you hadn't heard yet, there's a new rift out in the Battle Royale map, and it's been leaked that the Alien Xenomorph skins and Sigourney Weaver are going to be coming to Fortnite. And this is super exciting to me because I love this movie. It's one of the best like scary monster horror movies out there. So I thought this was a perfect time to rebuild the ship from the original movie, and not only that, explore a map that was made about a year ago, made by Super Vagabond Dark, that completely recreated the interior of the ship. So what we're gonna do today is explore the interior of the ship, and then I'm gonna show you how I built the exterior. Some of you may watch me build the exterior on my stream. Be sure to subscribe so you can see my streams and all of the new videos that come out. All right, guys, let's look at the interior first. Okay, here's the interior of the ship, guys. Actually, you do have a flashlight if you're one of the crew members, and it is very creepy in here. It's so dark. There are different parts of the ship that have more light, as you can see in here, or if you go up here, you can grapple up. There's a lot more light up in the upper decks, but there's a lot of these areas that are so dark. It's really hard to see, but man, it is such a good representation of the movie. Like, look at this. Oh man, I love this like area where they sleep and they wake up. Well, in the movie, they wake up out of like a deep cryogenic sleep or whatever because of a distress signal. It's super good. Here's the kitchen. It's so dark though. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I want to go out into replay mode where I can brighten it up a little bit so we can really look around at the details of the ship. Okay, so here we are in replay mode. It's still the same darkness, but I'm going to up the brightness so that I can see everything. Okay, here we are. Let me just show you first like how big this map actually is. So you can see here there are 3 levels and there's just a ton of stuff to explore. So I just want to show you the upper deck. Now this map uses a ton of the primitive galleries. You can see here it's a little bright because I've turned up the brightness so much, but this is that bed area. And then the kitchen, once again, it's a little bright because I've turned it up, but that's going to help us in the rest of this map. So like right here, this is the deck. This is like where the controls to fly the ship are. He's got like the stars out there, which is really great. And let me show you guys, if this is in like normal mode, look how dark it is in this deck. Man, this is like, there's so many good hiding spots on this map. Okay, let's turn the lights back on. And it's actually amazing all the detail he put into this map when it was going to be so dark. Okay, I love this room, guys. This room is super cool. Let me turn off the lights so that you can see what it looks like when the lights are off. Look at the lighting on that. That looks so good. This is like the main computer room. Sigourney Weaver comes in here to like get information and see what's going on. This is so well made. Okay, let's keep moving on. Man, look at this hallway. I love this like little like corner here. You'd never even notice all of these details, but man, as you really pay attention, you can see how well done this map is. Okay, this is also really cool. So this is like the sick bay. So I love this like view as you come around, you can see through. This is where the guy who's sick with the alien in his like belly or chest or wherever, he's laying in here and then the alien gets out. But I love the sick bay. I think it looks so good. Okay, let's move down to the lower floors. These are the floors that are like almost pitch black. So once again, look at all the details he's included in these hallways that are so dark. But actually that adds so much when you're running around with your flashlight. It's so easy to get lost in here. There's so many like nooks and crannies, really cool little rooms, everything that like, it really just mirrors the movie. It's so good. Like even now as I'm exploring this, there are a ton of areas I haven't even seen yet. Like look at this, is like the engine room or something in here. I haven't even seen this area yet. There's a ton to explore. Okay, let's move down to the 3rd floor, which is even more massive than the 2nd floor. Look at this cool map. Oh, I love that. It's so smart. There's a bunch of hallways and different ways you can get around. But then you eventually get to this giant like cargo area, which is awesome. And then yet again, another really cool like engine, or I don't know what kind of room this is. And then right here is a little secret. If you get over here, in this room, you see some of the alien eggs growing and like, who knows, they're gonna hatch and infect everyone. So just an awesome map, guys. So well done. And I've been meaning to feature this for almost a year. I just haven't gotten around to it, but now we have a great excuse for it. So let's move on to me building the exterior of this ship. The first step on this one is outlining where the ship would be and how it would connect to the larger factory. I always like to plan this out in advance so that I don't end up making a mistake later on. Then it was picking out the galleries that I was going to use for this build. The 3 main ones I ended up using are the robot gallery, the robot factory gallery, and the military gallery. Then it was getting to work on actually assembling the Nostromo ship that is towing the factory. And I actually used the robot body to really compose a lot of this ship. It was really just the perfect piece for the front of the ship, and it cut down on a lot of build time for me. Then it was just piecing together the body of the rest of the ship, and while this doesn't look exactly like the ship in Alien, it was good enough because really people would only see this from a distance. I didn't need to provide too much detail on the ship. Then it was moving on to the factory portion of this build, and I really spent a lot of time building the main platform that the big towers would stand on because I wanted this to look right. It didn't take too long because I could resize the pieces to be really massive. Instead of placing out a bunch of pieces, I could really just place down a few. Once the platform was done, I could start working on the different towers. Once again, I blew up these awesome pieces from the robot factory gallery to act as the walls of these towers. It really cuts down on memory and it cuts down on build time significantly. Really what's most important about these towers was the details that went around it with these pipes and different structure pieces I put on it. It really made it feel more unique. And then it was just switching it around on each of the towers so that they all look just a little bit different, and it looks like this could actually be a legit factory that was floating out in space. When I had done the third tower, I noticed how much dead space there was in between the towers, so I made the main platform a little bit shorter so that it felt a little bit more dense. And then it was adding a bunch of these cool little details on the deck of the ship, adding in the stars in the background, and we were done. So there you have it, guys. The code for the interior map is right above me, and here's the code for the exterior map. Have fun with the new skins and don't get eaten by an alien.